what's going on, guys? Back with another video. This is going to be a new series that I'm going to try out for a little while, see how you guys like it. For a while I've been wanting to do kind of just like something where I speak off the cuff, not really high, much editing, much research, no script, just off the script type of stuff. Where I just sit down and kind of just talk about different game stuff and maybe just go through some stuff, pickups and stuff like that. So this will kind of be a compilation of just a bunch of stuff to where I can kind of just reach out and just have conversations with people. I think quarantine has probably kind of pushed this forward to where I just miss the conversations about gaming and collectibles that I would have with friends at work and stuff like that. So this is going to be an opportunity for me to kind of just have that. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. If you do, then I'll just keep making these. But I plan on doing these like once a week, and this being the first one, maybe a little bit longer than normal, and I'm kind of backdating a couple weeks. So let's see how it goes and see what you think, and make sure to just comment and on anything that you have an opinion on, and let me know. Let's have a conversation. So the first thing I kind of want to start getting into is just the IGN summer event that went on not this week but the weekend before, and they had I think it was Thursday, they had the PS5 reveal, and I just want to talk about my overall impressions. I like a big thing was about the actual look of the console. I really liked it. I thought it was really sexy. I did. I liked the appearance of it. I thought it looked really good. I like it. It looks like it's going to be a little bit big. That may be the one concern. But overall, like I've bought many consoles like early on in the generation. I know the PS3, I bought that within the first couple months. The Wii, I bought that within the first couple months. The PS4, I was big into like retro gaming at the time when that came out, so I didn't get that until maybe year two or three at the earliest, I'd say. So I kind of was amped on getting the PS5 at the beginning of to get it on launch day. I thought that would be something to be really exciting. But I'm kind of torn right now. I know there was the rumors of the backwards compatibility going on for a long time to where it'd be all the way back to one. It looks like that's not going to happen, and that's kind of like was a big thing for me. Now it looks like we may have some PS4 backwards compatibility, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. They haven't crossed out, I think, backwards compatibility, but I think it looks like it's probably not going to be there, anything other than PS4. The games they went through, I mean, it looks like they had a lot of cool games, just indie games, and just a pretty diverse set of games coming out. Obviously, the biggest one will be the new Horizon Zero Dawn. I haven't played the original Horizon Zero Dawn. It's like a game that I really want to play, and like I'm kind of excited for that coming out because it'll definitely motivate me to get around to actually playing the original one. The concerns I kind of do have with it is that they showed a lot of games, a lot of cool looking games. I don't know what is actually going to be available during launch. So will the new Horizon Zero Dawn be out at launch? Is it not coming out till 2021, like fall of 2021? I don't know. So I kind of want to see what's available at launch. I'm really content with the PS4 right now and just with my retro like back catalog and stuff like that. So it's like I think it would be exciting to grab it, but it kind of depends on what's going to be available at launch, what the price point is, and like I said, what as far as backwards compatibility it is. It needs to be for me. It kind of I don't want the backwards compatibility to be like what they have on the Xbox currently. I just don't like how that works, but they need to do something. But also price points. Like, what do you think the price point is going to be? I know they have the disc version, and they also have the digital version. Rumors are that a lot of people think that the disc version will be anywhere from $500 to $600, and then the digital all version will be $100 cheaper. So the price point, I think at 500 for the disc, because I'm going to get the disc version. And if it's at 500, I probably will get it. And like that will be dependent on like the stuff available at launch. If it's 600, that's going to be like it's going to have to determine what is available at launch to or just that straight up backwards compatibility for me. Let me know what your opinions are, what you think the price points are going to be, and where it needs to be for you to be interested at. The day before the PS5 reveal, there was actually the Arcade1Up kind of was I think it was on Wednesday was the first day that they had, and Arcade1Up kind of came in at the end. There was a lot of stuff that it just looked pretty lame, to be honest with you, in my opinion. But they ended that day one with the Arcade1Up, and I've been just on a tear of late. In the last, I picked up my first arcade, I think, for the kids for their birthday back in April, and I'm receiving. I think I'll be receiving the NBA Jam one on Monday. That would be my sixth cabinet. I really like them. Having a lot of fun with those things. So that was actually almost as important to me as the PS5 reveal, because I'm still not 100% sure if I'm going to be getting a PS5 at launch or not. But they announced 4 new cabinets that they're going to be coming out with all this year. From what they said, they got the Marvel Pinball, the X-Men versus Street Fighter that also has the Marvel versus Capcom on it. Then there's the Miss Pac-Man, and then the Big Buck Hunter. The Big Buck Hunter is probably at the bottom of the list, and it kind of sucks because I really want a light gun game cabinet, and that's the first one they've done. But I've never really played Big Buck Hunter. I've played it a couple times. It is fun, but issue I'm having is that like I'm running out of room, so I don't know how many more cabinets I can get before I have to start just swapping some out. Which is I know that they're trying to work on that like a trade-in system, but I don't know how they're going to work that or how far down the line that is. But it's just that's the problem with the home arcades is that you have it even though they are smaller and can fit in your house, there's only so many you can get to where you're kind of like running out of room. So I'm being very picky and choosy about which ones I get. So I can fit probably another like 4 or 5 cabinets. But my issue is if I get the Big Buck Hunter, I know they may have like House of the Dead or Area 51, something like that come down the road to where I may prefer. So we'll kind of see where we go with that. But that's probably at the bottom of my list. I think the Marvel Pinball is probably at the top. It looks okay. It's a digital pinball. I think it has like 10 different games. But I really would like to have a pinball machine in my house. I think that would be pretty freaking cool. So that's probably the top of my list. And next would be the X-Men versus Street Fighter and the Marvel versus Capcom. It looks like they're going to have 2 different versions of that with 2 different side panels and just cover art. One is themed towards the X-Men versus Street Fighter. One is themed towards the Marvel versus Capcom. And there's going to be, I think, a mix-up to where they're going to have 1 or 2 different games on those. That would be number 1 on my list if it weren't for the fact that I already had the other Marvel arcade unit. And I think 2 of those games, the Marvel superheroes and then the Children of the Atom, I think are both on the. I think both of those are on both the units coming out. I could be wrong about that, but the issue is I would more or less just get rid of the cabinet that I have. Although I really like that Thanos artwork has on the side. I think it looks really nice. And the Punisher, like the kids really like the 2 fighting games on that cabinet. I love the Punisher. I think that's the beat 'em up style game. That's one of my favorite games that I have on any of my cabinets. So it's going to be hard for me to come off of that one. So that's kind of why I have the X-Men versus Street Fighter 1 down there at 2. The Miss Pac-Man. I love the Pac-Man machine that I have. This Miss Pac-Man looks like it's a gorgeous looking cabinet. But I just never played Miss Pac-Man that much. I've always been more of a Pac-Man type person. And that's another one where it looks like they're going to have different game lists. It looks like one is going to come with like Galaxian, which I already have the Galaga cabinets. I already have that in the cabinet. Another one will come with, from what I understand, is Dig Dug. But they need to release specs and game lists on these. They don't have enough information out. They're supposed to come out this year. They need to get that information out and posted so we can find out. There's still the Golden Axe. Was it the Revenge of Death Adder? Is that what it is? Anyways, the Golden Axe cabinet is also supposed to be coming out this year. So it's like a lot of decisions to make as far as cabinets. But that was pretty exciting to see what they had coming up as far as Arcade1Up for the rest of this year. All right, next up was the EA Play event. That was this week. I believe that was, what was it? Was it Thursday, I think is what it was. So the big thing there, they had the Star Wars Squadrons that comes out October 4th on the PS4 and the Xbox. I don't think that's going to be on the Switch. I think it's also on PC as well. And that looks like it's going to have crossplay, which is pretty awesome. And it's also only going to be a $40 game. I've been playing a lot of the Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2 lately, and I really love that actually, because I'm going for the Platinum trophy on that, so I had to go through and do the Starfighter challenges, and I hadn't played that mode much until I started going for the Platinum trophy in that game, and it's like, I actually really enjoy that mode. It's really awesome, and I really had a lot of fun with the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing on the PC back in the day, so this looks like it's going to be similar in a sense to the Starfighter on the Battlefront 2, but this is going to be a lot more in depth and detailed to where you have a lot more control over your ship, where you're actually in the cockpit and doing uh, looks like more just high tech type stuff. So probably more similar to like the TIE Fighter or X Wing. Looks really cool. It's going to have a small campaign where it looks like it's only going to be like 2 or 3 hours from what I understand, which is kind of similar to what they had for Star Wars Battlefront, which I just finished that campaign. Had a lot of fun with it. I wish it was longer. A little bit too easy as well, but it's enjoyable to get that that campaign experience. But like I said, I wish it was a little bit longer, but we'll see how long it actually is. But it also looks like it's kind of like a squad based game to where you kind of can go on missions or play multiplayer in like squads of 5. So that would be pretty cool. I think more than likely I'll be picking that up. Maybe playing it with just friends or kids. The kids would probably like it a lot as well. So that's something that more than likely I'll be picking up. And like I said, that's October 2nd. The other thing is the Rocket Arena was the only other thing that really interested me. Kind of like I used to play Fortnite a lot with my kids. It's a fun game to play with the kids. I haven't played it for a while. I'm interested to see if this is free to play or if you got to pay for it. If it's free to play, I'll probably download it and just try it out with all the kids because it's like a battle arena type of game where it's 3 versus 3 where all you use is rockets. I really like the art style and concept of the game. So like I said, looks like it would be something fun to play with the kids. Other than that, like if it's not free to play, I don't think that I would be interested. But we'll see. If it's a cheap price point, maybe I'll try it out. But that was the only thing really that releases July 14th. The only other thing was Skate 4. I know a lot of people were excited for Skate 4. I've never played any of the games, so I can't really say that I am excited about that. And it also looks like it's a couple years down the road to where it's not, they're basically just announcing they're working on it and nothing's coming anytime soon. But I know a lot of people will be excited for that because they've been talking about that for years. But like I said, it's just never not anything that I got into. I just, I like the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is what I used to always play back in the day. Kind of got out that by I think around the time when the skate games came out. But that's something that I'm probably not into, or it's not for me. But I know like guys probably will like. Also, there's the Xbox pricing rumors that kind of are floating around to whether they're going to have an event sometime in July. And I've never been a big Xbox guy, so I'm not sitting here trying to crash Xbox, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it just to see where you guys are at. So some of the rumors is that they have the standard X series, where that's rumored to be priced anywhere from $400 to $500, because they're acting like that's going to come in pretty cheap. And then they have the Lockhart, which is like the pared down version, and they're trying to say that's going to be extremely, extremely cheap. And some rumors are coming out to that where that's going to be $200, which seems ridiculous because the Xbox Series, Xbox One S, all digital version released at $250 price point about a year or two ago. So it's kind of hard to believe that there would be something that would play the next gen games that came out at a price point at $200. Even if it's like I said, even if it's plays the same games that the standard one plays. I'm curious as to like how much how it plays them, how it's going to look. Can it hold the frame rate and stuff like that? I don't think that the 200 price point is realistic. I think it could be possible that they come out with like a $500 and then $300 price point, or maybe at the cheapest $400 and $300. But like some people were speculating $400 for the standard, $200 for the Lockhart. I get it's possible. I find it hard to believe. I'll believe it when I see it. But interested what you all think. I don't know what price point I would even be interested. I don't know that I would even get the Xbox at launch. I'll probably pick one up down the road, but it's just I'm not much of an Xbox guy. I've just always had my trophies and all my stuff and friends. Most of my friends are on the PlayStation type stuff, so it's like I've gotten into Xbox collecting over the last couple of years and have grown a large appreciation for it, but I just don't know what they would have to come out because I'm not into any of the exclusives. I'm so far behind to where some of the exclusives look like fun. But it's like they're on the 4th and 5th one, and it's like it's too much catching up to do at this point for me. So they'd have to have something new that would get me interested. And I know they've picked up a lot of new developer studios over the last couple of years, so it's possible they have something that's just awesome and may intrigue me. So we'll see what comes out next month. But interested in what y'all are thinking about just those price point rumors, or how cheap it would have to be for you to to go to Xbox, or if that's what you want anyways, and you're not even worried about the PS4. I'm sure some of you guys prefer it over the PS4. Sony is just my preference, and I'm sure some of y'all go with a Nintendo, which I think that's something that I will probably want to talk about in a different video coming up, as far as what they're going to do coming up here within the next year. Um, but let's go over some pickups. I didn't get many games. I actually got quite a bit of collectibles. Not a lot, but I got a few this week. I got this. This is the Punisher, Streets of Rage 2. I did a video. All right, I played just like the ROM hack of this like a couple months ago for the first time, and I absolutely loved it. This is the ROM hack where it's the Streets of Rage 2. You have the Punisher, Nick Fury, Arnold Schwarzenegger, I think they got him called Arnie, and then Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is so much fun to play in that game. It's amazing. It's my favorite ROM hack of any of the Streets of Rage ones that I've played. It's amazing. I just picked this up as a repo card off of eBay for I think like $20 or something like that. I'd love to get into making repo cards for ROM hacks. I think that'd be a fun hobby. So I actually received that in the mail this week. One thing I started doing this week, I set up some new shelves downstairs, and I probably will be doing game room type tour within the next week. I should do it within the next week. We'll see what happens. But I was kind of like laid out on my new shelves and stuff, and I got to my PS3 stuff, and I have quite a few PS3 games, but I only had like one collectible statue from PS3 because I wasn't really into just the collectibles at the time when I was playing the PS3. And I kind of just thought, it's like, I wonder if I should just go on, like, what collector's editions did they have during the PS3 era? Let me look at some. And I found a couple cheap ones that I really liked, and I just kind of wanted to show off. And I picked these up, received them this week. So this is like the Arkham City collector's edition on the PS3. Comes with just a little statue, and when you open it up, it kind of just falls out like that. And it comes with a little statue here, and you got this little art book right there. So it's a cool little setup. The game goes in the back. Art book, really nice. And I think it actually comes with in this little drawer right here. It actually has this one, the Batman Gotham Knight, actually DVD. So I want to say I got this one for like 50 or 55 with shipping, and the guy selling it actually sold it with the Batman Arkham City strategy guide, which is actually pretty cool because it comes with a packet of like 6 different. This one just different lithograph type cards and stuff. I think it's got a Harley Quinn in there as well, Two-Face. But I thought that was see Harley Quinn. But yeah, this guy, I picked up all this together for, I think it was like 50 or 55 with shipping, which wasn't bad. Like I said, PS3 stuff is dirt cheap. The other one I ended up grabbing was the God of War Ascension Collector's Edition. And I think I got this one for a little bit cheaper. This one was closer to 50 or high 40s. And that comes with the Steelbook and then also the statue. It's kind of interesting because the statues, both these statues are probably like they're pretty nice, but the quality, they've definitely upped their game on statues over the last couple years on this generation. But they're pretty cool just to add to the collection, just to have a couple collector's editions for the PS3. And then obviously I got the Last of Us 2 collector's edition I did the video for yesterday, and really enjoying that. And then we'll go on to actually what I'm playing now. So let's get into some of this. So yeah, I've been playing Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne. I've been going for the platinum on this. The only thing I have left is a couple of the mini and large gold crown trophies. If you're familiar with that game, those trophies are a bitch. So they suck. I've got close to 600 hours in that game. It's probably my favorite game all time. Love it to death. But yeah, it sucks doing the platinum trophy. So that'll be a huge accomplishment when I get that out of the way. I've also been kind of just going through the Iceborne. I think I just defeated Namely. And I've kind of been going through it pretty slowly to where I'm getting the right gear to fight every monster before I go in there, to where I'm not really rushing through it. I'm just taking my time on that. I've had World and Iceborne since launch. World I rushed through like pretty quickly. Iceborne I kind of stopped playing it for like several months, and I kind of got back into it recently. And since I have, I've just been kind of taking my time, but just absolutely love both those games. Iceborne is amazing. It's like it's not even an expansion. It's like an entire new game. It's crazy. Star Wars Battlefront 2, I just wrapped up the campaign and the DLC Resurrection for that. Really enjoyed the campaign. Going for the Platinum Trophy on that as well. And I'm about like 5 or 6 trophies away, all in multiplayer, just grindy type trophies. It'll take me quite a bit of time. I think this game was actually also free on PS Plus this month with Call of Duty World War II, so pick those up and make sure you download them if you don't have them already. Yeah, next up is NCAA 11. Another game I've just been going for the platinum trophy on. I get on those moods sometimes where I just go trophy hunting. What do I got to do to get the platinum? Found out recently that I know the NCAA 14 because I have all these games. These are the games I used to play religiously, and like online dynasties and stuff like that, pretty competitively. But I found out recently. I know that a couple months ago I saw that NCAA 14 was going for around $70, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Because I remember just like a year or two ago it was about like $35, $40, and it skyrocketed up to like 70. And then I realized a friend of mine at work told me about the guy on Barstool that is streaming, Big Cat I think, who's streaming his NCAA 14 games, which are actually very funny, and I'd recommend watching if you're a fan of just that game or sports in general. And I found that game was like going for like 140, 150. And I was like, crap. Then I just, like I said, I've been platinum trophy hunting. I was going to play that game, then realized, I'm like, oh, I should go for the platinum because I got most of the trophies in that. I'm missing a couple of those stupid Ultimate Team trophies, but this is the last version of NCAA football to where, because the servers are offline for all these games, so this is the last version to where there's no online required trophies. So that's kind of why I've been playing that. And then lastly, I started. Oh shoot! No, that's not it. Where is it? Oh yeah, The Last of Us 2, part 2. I started last night. I know the game is pretty polarizing, and I know a lot of you guys know as well. There's a lot of people are giving it 10 out of 10s. There's a lot of review bombing going on. Uh, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna get any spoilers, but I'm about like 3 or 4 hours in. Um, it's yeah, the story is it's great. I can see why some people will hate the story, but it's definitely polarizing, and it's a great game so far. I'm really enjoying it. I get why some people would kind of review bomb it or just unhappy with the story, but I mean I think it's like some pretty creative writing or risky writing, I guess you could say. But loving it, enjoying it, having fun with it, and I think that is it. So yeah, that's it, guys. So that's the first one of these. We'll see how it goes. Just give me some feedback. Let me know what y'all are playing. What y'all picking up. If you want any like specific unboxings or anything of anything, let me know. And try to make one of these next week. See if I can stick to it. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.